Welcome to the comprehensive guide on understanding and mastering JavaScript objects. In this video, we will explore JavaScript objects, from their basic structure to the most advanced concepts. We will cover topics like object literals, properties, methods, property descriptors, proxies, reflection, the prototype system, and various object creation patterns. Object literals are the most straightforward way to create objects in JavaScript. They are essentially collections of key-value pairs. The keys, also known as properties, are strings that act as labels, and they can store any valid JavaScript value like numbers, strings, booleans, functions, and even other objects. You can access object properties using dot notation, which involves writing the object's name, followed by a dot and the property name. Alternatively, you can also access properties using bracket notation, where the property name is enclosed in quotes within square brackets. Methods are functions that are associated with objects. They allow objects to perform actions or operations. When defining methods within an object literal, you can use method shorthand, which provides a more concise way to write the function. Within an object method, the this keyword refers to the object itself, allowing you to access other properties of the object. Arrow functions can also be used as methods, but they don't have their own this. Instead, they inherit this from their enclosing scope. Property descriptors provide fine-grained control over object properties. Data descriptors are used to define regular properties and include attributes like value, which is the actual value of the property, writable, which determines whether the property's value can be changed, enumerable, which specifies whether the property will appear during object iteration, and configurable, which indicates if the property's descriptor can be modified or deleted. Accessor descriptors define getter and setter functions for a property, which provides a way to execute code when a property is accessed or modified. Also has the enumerable and configurable properties. Proxies in JavaScript enable you to customize the fundamental operations of objects. A proxy acts as an intermediary between an object and its interactions. It allows you to intercept operations, such as property lookup, property assignment, or even property deletion. These interception points are known as traps. Some common traps include get, which is triggered when you access a property, set, which is triggered when you assign a value to a property, has, which is triggered when the in operator is used to check for a property's existence, and delete property, which is triggered when you delete a property. By defining custom behavior in these traps, you can implement a wide variety of object-related functionality. The Reflect API provides a set of methods that are used to perform operations on objects and closely mirror the default behaviors of JavaScript language operations. Reflect methods offer a more controlled and explicit way to perform fundamental object operations. Some of the most frequently used Reflect methods include get, which retrieves a property value, set, which is used to assign a value to a property, has, which checks if a property exists, and own keys, which retrieves the object's own keys, whether they are enumerable or not. The Reflect API is essential for metaprogramming, which means manipulating code with code. Modern JavaScript provides several patterns for creating objects. The constructor function pattern uses a function to create object instances, where the this keyword refers to the newly created object. The class pattern introduced in ES6 provides a more structured approach to object creation using the class keyword. It includes the constructor method, which initializes the object properties, and other methods, which defines its behavior, and static methods, which can be called directly on the class itself, rather than on an instance of a class. These patterns provide different ways to encapsulate object creation logic, which can be helpful depending on specific needs. JavaScript uses a prototype-based inheritance model, where objects can inherit properties and methods from other objects. Every object has an associated prototype object which it inherits from. When you access a property or method on an object, JavaScript first checks if that property exists on the object itself. If not, it looks in the object's prototype and then its prototype's prototype and so on up to the null prototype object. This mechanism is called the prototype chain. This system facilitates code reusability and reduces object sizes as the functions are present in the prototypes and not in every object. Object composition involves creating objects by combining different functionalities from other objects. Mixins provide a way to add reusable behavior to objects through composition. Rather than using traditional inheritance, mixins allow you to selectively add properties and methods to objects. Factory functions create objects and return them directly. These functions return objects that can have both state and behavior. The factory function can also apply mixins. Both these patterns allows you to create more flexible and reusable systems by promoting composition instead of inheritance. When working with JavaScript objects, it's essential to follow best practices. It's recommended to use the object spread syntax for making shallow copies of objects, and to use object.assign method for method inheritance. When possible, favor immutability by creating new objects rather than changing existing ones, in order to prevent unexpected side effects. Also, prefer composition over inheritance to promote flexible and reusable code. If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.